So especially triggered by COVID, everybody's trying to catch up on supply chain challenges. I'm not sure if you sometimes feel like that. I'm not sure if the video goes through after. Do you see the sort of video clip there?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I guess sometimes in your job you feel like that, right? So you're just going up an escalator in the wrong direction, and then behind this guy, he is a little bit smarter or whatever he is, and he's catching up to you and just trying. That's how you feel in business sometimes. At least I do. So anyhow, next one. The plan for this company is to double revenue again in 3 to 4 years time. Pretty aggressive, but doable. So how's this possible? I like to move over to a little bit about the supply chain side a little bit and how people work and trying to influence the supply chain and cost reduction, all these sort of things. So from my perspective, there are two secrets. One is working in supply chain through supply integration. And the second one is installing sustainable lean manufacturing as a tool. So what you see here is it's visualizing the impact in supply chain depending on the approach you're doing. So let's talk at number one, the classical purchasing side. So classical purchasing is focusing on price. And you're going out to a supplier or different suppliers and asking them, hey, you know what? Where can I get this one cheaper? Where can I get this pen cheaper? So you're going out with this pen exactly and asking, 5, 6, 7, 10 suppliers, I want it cheaper. The involvement of the supplier is very minimal. Well, he has either to comply and try to get the cost on, or he's out. That's a pretty boring game for the supplier. And purchasing is putting lots of pressure on it. The effect on saving, let's call it, you can also do it improvement. Don't call it saving, improvement, is less than 20%. So the next level is a little bit more strategic, where you leverage on volume. And you said, well, you don't get 1 pen a year. I buy 10 a year or 100 or 1,000. And also you talk about vendor portfolio management. You're clustering your segments, your groups, and so on. So you're getting more, and also you do a forecast. You tell the supplier, hey, you know what? Last year I had 5,000 pens. Next year I will have 6,000. So it's a strategic approach where you get production involved a little bit, of course, purchasing, and the supplier gets a little bit more important because he has got a chance to optimize the internal production as well, because the supplier knows I get a certain amount of pens next year or so. This gives you another 30% of leverage. So you get 50% in total if you do this. However, the real lever is when you talk about collaboration and when you talk about total cost of ownership. So what it means is you start not talking about the pen or the pencil or whatever. You talk about what does it do? What are you doing with the thing? Oh, what do you mean? I'm writing with it. Yeah, of course. But what exactly? Oh, I'm doing some sketches and drawings. And now you talk with the supplier about different options. Maybe you don't need this thing. Maybe there's something better on the market. Actually, there is. You only have to find it. So you talk about the function of the thing, and you talk together with the supplier. And that's where the leverage really sits. With an active supplier involvement, it's absolutely essential. All the departments within your own organization are fully involved, even marketing to a certain degree. So the leverage, again, is on collaboration and working in a partnership. Little bit different view. But by the way, how much time do we have? Up to 11 o'clock? Or how much time do we have? We probably went for coffee, but anyhow, I'm carrying around.
No, I'm here. So sorry. So because I couldn't find my mouse, actually, it just lost somewhere. So that's why I was speaking. So you have up to 11 at least. If you want to go further, no worry at all. We have time. How about you folks? You can stay on, right?
Yeah. Then I think I need another 3.5 hours. So I guess so I'm not sure. Just kidding.
No.
Just kidding.
I know you're busy, but yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah, I think so. Supply chain collaboration is the key. So that's a little bit in addition to the chart I just showed you. There are two main areas of doing procurement purchasing. So purchasing the same goods and services at a lower price. I elaborated it. There's a different view of looking at it, and using less or different goods and services. So let's look at the left-hand side. Again, this is a classical purchasing I talked about. It's a focus on unit price, request for quotation, beating up the supplier. That's what it is. Strategic, more leverage on volume, cost savings through consolidation, supplier portfolio. Traditionally, 3 to 5% cost reduction. Guys, I mean, you're in purchasing. Some of you guys did this. You don't get more than 3 to 5% in cost reduction. Actually, today it's going probably the other way around. You have to pay more money. But as soon as you go into the collaboration side and focus on costs of total ownership, you get 10, 25 and more. And I'll show you later, 30, 40, 50% cost reduction. Very important. So now that was a little bit helicopter view on the supply chain approach and how important the collaboration is. And now I'm moving over to Lean.